your baby hasn't stopped fighting and your baby's heart is beating, then you don't give up no matter what. No matter what.
It was a pleasure to meet with Maria again. The first time was over 2 years ago when she was pregnant with her daughter Serenity. Serenity was diagnosed in utero with trisomy 18 or Edwards syndrome when Maria was a little over 10 weeks along.
I was told to prepare for life, but that I also needed to prepare for death. I had to prepare for her funeral. Prenatal care was very limited in the small town I lived in and in the state I was residing in at that moment. And basically I was told that there was no hope, that it was a life-threatening diagnosis, I was only prolonging the inevitable, and that I just needed to let everything take its course. And I was prompted on several occasions to terminate my pregnancy. When doctors told me they would be the ones to make the decision on whether or not we would perform an emergency C-section, I knew at that point that it was not their choice, that this needed to be my choice, and I was choosing life no matter what the diagnosis was. And that as long as she had a beating heart, that I was to fight for her. I ended up having to find a doctor out of state and advocated for myself to get into the Ronald McDonald House in Orange County. And I found an amazing doctor that believed in life. And my prenatal care began, the journey, traveling hundreds of miles just to get the care I needed.
The plan was to induce Maria on May 12th, but Serenity had different plans. And the day before, Maria went into labor.
The way it turned out, her heart would not have withstood the induction. And so I was told that if I continued with the epidural, that I would be compromising Serenity. And at that point, I decided, no more. Let's go ahead and stop the medication now. And I'm gonna do this as best as I can. No one let me know how to do it or tell me what to do, just let me do it. And so I continued to labor without medication. Her heart had dropped so low in the 20s, there was hardly a heartbeat. And they were preparing for an emergency C-section when my doctor said, okay, mama, you're on. Baby Serenity needs you now. Push. And I did everything I could with everything I had in me to deliver her, and gave 3 of the largest pushes that I could ever give in my life. And there she was.
While the doctor was supportive of Maria, he told her she would likely only get about an hour with Serenity before she passed.
When Serenity was born, I just prayed and I asked God if he could just give me 15 minutes to love her, to tell her how much I loved her and how she was just the most perfect, beautiful baby. And when God gave me 15 minutes, I asked him if he could just give me 15 more. And as the hour went by and they took her away and they checked her out, I remember just asking if I could just maybe have another day with her, to love on her. May 11th of this year, Serenity turned 2 years old.
The fact that Serenity survived childbirth alone was a miracle to the doctor. They had about 7 different professionals waiting to work with Serenity after she was born.
The geneticist was shocked. The team was shocked. They expected her to be born with deformities, clubbed hands and clubbed feet. They expected her to pass within minutes, and they expected her to go on oxygen. None of that came true.
After 10 days of being home, Serenity was struggling to eat after she had been taken off her feeding tube. Maria knew something was seriously wrong.
I decided to take the trip to the nearest major medical that had a children's hospital, leaving here at midnight and then arriving there at 5:30 a.m. and just saying, something is seriously wrong with my baby. Please help me.
Maria had to wait 10 hours before someone would look at her little daughter.
Through more advocating and testing and 3 weeks in the hospital, we found out that yes, she has serious feeding difficulties and issues. Her brain is not working like everyone else's, and her brain doesn't send the signals to swallow and breathe, and she chokes, so she's at risk for aspiration.
Serenity is now over 2 years old, and she walks, runs, plays, and talks. Although there have been some challenges along the way.
Just getting services for her. Again, because of the trisomy 18 stigma, a lot of doctors don't believe, in providing more services, and then they meet her. And then they're floored. I've been told things like she's a miracle from the medical profession, that they can't believe that she's walking, she's talking, she's running around, that she's not on, any kind of breathing assistance. But it's been advocating, just having to advocate for her.
Despite the challenges that they have had, Maria only expresses joy.
Just her smiling, breathing, waking up, and knowing that that beautiful face is gonna light up the minute she sees me. I work full time, I have an attendant caregiver, and just to know, when I get home from work that I make her day, that she lights up and I'm her world, but she doesn't realize that she's my world. She's everything. The best advice I can give is don't give up. Doctors are practitioners. They're practicing medicine. I believe in a higher power. I believe in God, and He has the final say. And my advice is ask a lot of questions. Question everything. Find out about your baby's diagnosis. Just keep fighting. If your baby has a beating heart, then your baby has a shot, as long as you continue to fight. But your baby depends on you to take care of yourself, on you to ask all the right questions. I can't say it enough and emphasize enough. Question everything. Everything. If there's a service out there that hasn't been offered, seek it. Seek it and fight for it. I was not offered services during my pregnancy, genetic services or genetic counseling, which would give me better ultrasounds. That's something I had to fight for and ask for. And it was just to see what challenges and to know what medical professionals needed to be present during her delivery, that we would have a cardiologist on hand, a neonatologist, just to fight for her. So the best advice I can give is just don't give up, no matter what. Don't give up. Your baby hasn't stopped fighting and your baby's heart is beating, then you don't give up no matter what. No matter what.
Help us make more Orange Socks videos by clicking below to subscribe. And make sure you hit the bell so you never miss an Orange Socks video. You can also find more of our videos here. Thanks for watching.